Well, it blew up. Mark Zuckerberg's microblogging platform, Threads, has achieved 70 million signups in less than 2 days since its launch. The platform, which is linked to Instagram and requires an Instagram account for registration, saw significant growth within its first 24 hours, surpassing 30 million users. Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Meta, the parent company of Threads and Instagram, aims to promote kindness and a friendly atmosphere on the platform, kind of distinguishing it from Twitter's reputation for hostility and toxicity. In response to the new rival, Elon Musk's Twitter threatened to sue Threads for alleged infringement of intellectual property rights. And I don't know how much that lawsuit is going to stick. Okay, Threads, I really think it's a great idea, and I don't really think that Elon Musk has any merit or any right to basically copyright Twitter, or not Twitter itself, but like the idea of Twitter, okay, the idea of putting your ideas out there, making these posts that are just out there for a public viewership. I don't think you can really copyright that idea, and I don't think a judge is going to agree with that. Just my take though, who knows? Threads could serve as a very strong alternative to Twitter's toxic environment, and it could attract advertisers seeking a positive atmosphere for engagement. We kind of talked about this in the last video, but I'm really excited to see what Threads can do, especially since they are, like I said, serving as an alternative to Twitter. I think Twitter has kind of gone downhill recently. They've been kind of doing some questionable things as of late. So Threads could really take this opportunity to really blow up. And I mean, obviously it has blown up because 70 million signups in less than 2 days. My God. All right, next up, there is a dude named Yanny. And yes, I am not saying Laurel, okay? I'm not talking about the Yanny versus Laurel debate, okay? I'm actually saying this dude's name is Yanny. Or Yanni, I'm not really sure. But anyway, this dude, he was a disgruntled player of the game Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. And I guess I missed this story when it happened a while back, but he has just been sentenced to 3 years of community service for calling in a fake hostage situation to Ubisoft's Montreal office. This dude, Yanny, he had made the hoax call because he was angry about being banned multiple times from Rainbow Six Siege. The false emergency prompted a police response with armed police officers and SWAT officers securing the headquarters and nearby streets. This dude had called from literally his mommy and daddy's house using a VPN to disguise, I guess, where he was calling from. He was using Russian servers. At least that's what it seems like anyway from what I'm reading. And of course it was unsuccessful. He apparently did not hide his identity very well. So his sentencing also includes his involvement in a DDoS attack against a French government office and making threats against Minecraft developers. Jeez, this guy really does not like his video game companies. I will be the first to say, hey, I get it, okay? I have been very angry at games at times where I'm just like, oh God, I'm just gonna go to their office and just, tell them that they made an awful game. Oh God, this game just sucks, man. But you say all that stuff in frustration, you don't actually mean it. This guy actually did it. In addition to community service, he will be required to compensate his victims and undergo mental health treatment. Yeah, I think that's necessary. I know that getting swatted is kind of common nowadays, unfortunately, but I've never heard of a video game company getting swatted because a person is angry, I guess, at his or her treatment by the video game company. There are better ways to deal with your anger, but maybe that's just me. This last one is very odd. The Pokemon Company has unveiled a new trailer for something called Pokemon Sleep, which is an app that allows users to track their sleep. So I've heard of these sleeping apps kind of come up recently, but I've never in a million years, I never would have thought that Pokemon would have ever been integrated into this. I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm surprised these days, but you know what? Pokemon should have been irrelevant like 15 years ago, but somehow it continues to grow. So you know what? Don't listen to me, okay? I'm just a hater. Pokemon continues to grow and be successful, so you know what? Maybe this will take off. Who knows? So registration for the app is now open on the Google Play App Store with the release expected by the end of this month, July. The app apparently apparently features Pokemon characters including Pikachu and Jigglypuff, and players work with a professor, sound familiar yet, to study the sleeping habits of Pokemon. By interacting with a Snorlax character, I guess that kind of goes without saying, he is the big sleepy Pokemon, players can discover rare sleep styles of other Pokemon. Increasing Snorlax's strength and drowsy power through feeding and sleep attracts more Pokemon to I guess the island that you're on in this app or game. So by itself, it's like kind of a game, but then I'm also seeing the app also functions as an actual typical sleep tracker. So it records your bedtimes, your wake up times, your sleep duration, and it offers like audio recording capabilities. So it'll tell you like when you were tossing and turning, stuff like that. Like I said, kind of a typical sleep app or a sleep aid app. Like I said, I think this sounds like the dumbest idea ever, but do not listen to me. I do not have the success of, like a 30-year going company on my belt, okay? So, at the end of the day, okay, like, Pokemon Go, for example, that game should have never took off. That game should not be as successful as it is, but look at it. It did take off, and it still actually is very successful. So, like I said, hey, I'm just a hater. I do think it would be interesting if something like this actually took off. I'm going to be honest, a little side rail here to end on. I was going to do a sleep study like a year ago, but I found out that after insurance it would cost like $800, and so I'm not doing that, but maybe I should just download the Pokemon Sleep app instead and learn better sleep habits that way. I never thought I would say that.